In the last lecture, we created our saga generator here, and it doesn't look too useful right now. Well, we need to hook it up to our store. Now, to do that, we need to go to the place where we create our store in the index.js file. And there I now don't just want to create the store, I instead want to also register my sagas and make sure that these are kind of something my store is aware of and can use. For that, I need to import something else. I will import create saga middleware from redux saga like this. And I will also import something else. I will import the saga I just created. For that, in my off.js file in the sagas folder, I'll add an export keyword in front of my generator function and save the file. So back in index.js, I can then import my logout saga here from /store sagas off.js. And to be consistent with the naming, I'll actually go back into the off.js file in the sagas folder and name this logout saga as a generator name, and therefore I'll also import this name. This is optional, but it makes clear what this is. Now with that imported, what we can do, we can also execute the create saga middleware function and store the result in a constant. So I'll name the constant saga middleware and then execute create saga middleware. Just like that, without any arguments. And now when we create the store, I'm calling apply middleware here. And there I don't just want to apply the func middleware, but also my saga middleware. So I will add it as an argument to apply middleware. Finally, after all of that, I can use my saga middleware, which is also registered in the store. And there I can run a saga. So here I can run my logout saga, which we also import in this file, right? Now with that, if I save all of that and we go back to our application and we reload it, well, we see nothing spectacular here, do we? Let's go into our Redux DevTools. And there we see something interesting. We see that logout was executed here a couple of times. Now that makes sense because in our off action creator, we actually also dispatch the logout action in our check state action where we try to auto log in the user if we don't find a valid token. Now for testing purposes, let's comment out all logout dispatches. So if we save this file and we go back to our application, if we now reload this application, we still see that off logout was dispatched. And that is coming from our saga. As I can prove if I go to the index.js file and I comment out this saga middleware run logout saga line. If I do that and I go back and now I reload the page, you no longer see that being dispatched. So we seem to do something with our saga. We're always calling it. So let me comment in all the things we commented out. Because always calling this saga doesn't look too useful, does it? Right now, right at the start, when we built the application, when we started, we run our logout saga, which despite this strange generator stuff going on, simply does one thing. It removes all these items from local storage and dispatches the off logout action. Obviously, we don't want to run this at application startup. Instead, we do want to run this code in the place where we previously ran our logout action creator, where we used this. So the goal has to be that we actually dispatch an action to which we can listen with Redux Saga so that our Saga generator can run once the action is recognized. Let's work on this in the next lecture.